Fit.
He out here.
Kev got that stuff on, boy.
Doing the Lord's work.
Oh.
You got his OD up here?
Oh, the whole. Very impressive.
You said what?
So you in the scout regiment just can't get it right. What's happening out there? People are starving. Kids can't eat.
It's tough out here, man.
Colossal Titans at
30 meter Titans, man. 70 meter Titans. You know, we run out of gas. Supplies are low.
Hi, very nice to meet you.
You as well.
Thank you. My name is Kristen. This is Yasmin.
Hi.
Hey. The press platform is Blurred Sunday.
Okay.
And my question to you is, of course, with you getting into the anime interest and everything, I'm curious about, how, that is with your family. Is that something that you all watch together? Or are you starting, or did they start it for you? How was that?
So, sore spot in the marriage. What happened was, I'll tell you the whole journey. So I was on Twitter, and a homeboy of mine who's not like an anime fan, he was like, yo, this show Blue Eye Samurai is really good. Like one of the best shows I've seen, period. And I saw it was animated, so I thought it was anime. So I watched it, and I was like, yo, this is great, blah, blah, blah. I was just on Twitter like, yo, this is great, And somebody was like, yo, if you like this, you might like that, right? It was Attack on Titan. It was like, bro, watch Attack on Titan. It's just as good as one of the best shows ever. So I watched it. This is the truth. My wife will not tell you this, but the truth is, my son had soccer practice. I watched it. I started it, and she started at home without telling each other. Okay? We both was like, oh, we're gonna start. Oh, you watch it too. The problem is, the show was so good, I could not wait for her. She wasn't on my pace. She was like, well, I could watch it over months. And I was like, I need to know. So found out my youngest son had already watched it. So we were talking about it. He was like, oh, just keep going. So then I was going upstairs asking him questions and things like that. So my oldest son watches his own. I actually forced him to watch the pilot of Attack on Titan. I was like, and everybody in his family got to see this pilot at least. But yeah, my youngest son is into it heavily. My oldest son watched some shows, he's not terribly into it. My wife has watched probably 6-7 episodes of Attack on Titan, but nobody but me and my youngest son watched like heavily. But it's cool. It's a cool family thing. Low-key, my youngest son and I, it's a great connecting thing for us. Like my oldest son, we talk sports all the time, but my youngest son, I watch Jujutsu Kaisen because he watched it just so I have something to talk about with him. So that's a definite dope way to connect with him because he's super interested in. Usually he's just like, school's fun, But then I was like, yo, Yuji, he's what's up with Toji? He's like, okay, so he got the heavenly sack, you know. And then it's like a totally different conversation. So that's the long story.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tony Dominique.
Hello.
Hi. My question is, while most people can watch like anime at home and enjoy it, but then moving into the con culture here at DreamCon, what is that experience like for you?
You know, it's crazy. It's so many people. It's so wild. I wish I could go through like I wish I had found it before I was like KevOnStage and could have went through like and seen what like the exhibition hall is like. But with the amount of people wanting to take pictures and stuff, which is great, I just can't experience things the same way everybody else can. But I wanted to go buy some swords yesterday, and it was like, do not walk through there. You will never get out. You will never make it to the end. So, but as far as like seeing all these black people like expressing themselves creatively, I know people got to go back to work on Monday and gonna be like, nigga, I got these regular jobs clothes on now. But like seeing people in like the A train, that's A train, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the A train when he got the black stuff on the boys, like it's just so dope to see black people in this arena. It's like Halloween in the summertime. It's fantastic. Everybody's dressed up. Everybody's put a lot of time into it, and it's so dope to see something that I didn't know black people were connecting on like that until I started talking about it. But this has been happening obviously before me, so it's been dope.
How you doing?
Good, brother.
I'm Kid Phantom, and this is Crystal Bay. We're with the Blur Spot Podcast.
Hello.
So, I am a family man just like you, and we have a lot of rookie anime watchers in the house.
Yeah.
What anime would you recommend for someone who's not deep into the anime game or someone who's a rookie anime watcher like yourself?
This is such a tough question. My honest opinion, I know there's like the starter on anime conversation, you have to watch like these three. What happened for me is people knew me, recommended something that I like based on who I am. So a lot of people are like, you should not start with Attack on Titan, but like, that's the type of show I like when it's live action. You know what I'm saying? So I think it really depends on who you are. Like for my wife, I would say Death Note, because it's like suspense enough, and she likes, mystery and all that, and cat and mouse type of games. For my youngest son, it's Jujutsu Kaisen is his favorite show, but even if it wasn't, I would have told him that because he likes action, and they just throw hands every day, all day in that show. For my wife, I probably would start with, who else is left? Oh, my oldest son, I put him onto Attack on Titan because he likes great storytelling. So he enjoyed it, but he just didn't finish it. But I think it's really personal to who the person is versus like, you got to start with these three because if you don't connect to them, then you might write off the whole genre. And there's so many different types. And I'm super new, and I'm still discovering all the different types.
I just want to say shout out to you for starting One Piece though.
I'm in. 200.
English number or Japanese?
Huh?
English or Japanese?
English. I speak English, man.
Hey, don't let them
Don't say
shame
that
you.
too loud outside.
Don't let them
I'm
shame
saying,
you.
I don't care. You can't stop me.
Look, don't fight the cult. Fight the cult.
You ain't never gonna level up unless you listen to Japanese.
Nah, man, I don't want to.
Don't let them shame you. I watch
I just
those.
talked about this yesterday.
See?
Sub versus dub.
It's a cult. That's all I'm saying. Hi.
Hi.
My name is Lady Mandlore. I am from Lord's Eyeview's podcast.
Hello.
Hi. And my question to you, statement question. DreamCon is, for me, a place where a lot of new and upcoming content creators, cosplayers, people new to the con scene in general, get ignited and inspired by everything that they see around them, and even to push themselves even further. I want to know what inspired you to create your own app, and if one of the other two questions, and if that helped you get leverage for Churchy.
Yeah, I really created my own app simply because I wanted a space to create higher end content. YouTube is great, but it's free, and the amount of money you put into it doesn't always come back in the ad space. So by putting that content behind a paywall, I was able to generate more income to create higher production quality content. What was the second part? I'm sorry.
If having the
Leverage for Churchy.
yes.
Yeah. So what happened was, I don't know if it was leverage, but one of the executives that helped me sell Churchy was on the app, and he was just watching the show with his wife. And him and his wife just loved the show, and he was like, "This is quality enough to be on a network." So absolutely leverage, 1,000%. I think being able to finance it, my wife and I finance it ourselves. That helped tremendously because it was like, oh, it was kind of like, you've made it already, right? It's a lot easier to sell something that's already made than to like convince somebody they should make it, because there's a lot more money involved. So I think in that way it helped have leverage, because it was more of a proof of concept that people have already seen. You could go through and read the comments, you see people already love it. So part of the job that the network would have to do is already done, because the audience is already there. Proving the audience is already there for was the hardest thing about Churchy.
Chris Carpenter from Shots by Shinobi. I just want to say it's been a pleasure watching your journey.
Thank you.
Anime, been following since really all death.
Thank you.
So as was previously mentioned, what kind of toxicity have you received as you got into anime? You know, like,
Mostly
you're not an anime fan unless you watch subtitles.
Watching subs, that's mostly, sometimes people, they just like English or Japanese, and I just feel so attacked by it, you know? But no, I think, low-key, I have been super welcomed into the anime community. I was, because I'm a big creator, I was anticipating people to be like, you ain't for real, you ain't really into anime. But I have received nothing but love, even though I'm joking about the sub and dub. A lot of people did ask that early on, but for every person who asked it, 5 people would be like, bro, stall him out, bro, let him watch it. Don't let people shame you. And I said this yesterday, it is true. I did watch the Attack on Titan, when I was watching it, the last episode, I think like the second movie type thing, wasn't dubbed yet. So I watched it sub, and I was like, okay, I feel you. Like, you can feel the emotion a lot more to me in the native language, but it wasn't like so much so that I'm like, I'm about to watch everything sub. Because sometimes I want to look down, bro. Sometimes I just want to look at my phone. I want to buy a sandwich. If you look down for a second, you don't know what they said. It could be a key thing. And Attack on Titan, I don't know how many of you saw it. It was Easter eggs and foreshadowing. Like, you look away for one thing, you might miss all type of stuff. So that was contradictory with what I was just saying. But that's the only thing. I haven't felt nearly anything negative. It's been super, super welcoming, super loved.
Hi, Patrick Noble.
Hello, Patrick.
Anime Lounge. How you doing, Mr. Kev?
Good.
My big question to you, you've been in it for a little bit now.
Yeah.
You've had chances to dabble. What is something that anime provides to you that you don't get in any other media forms or other mediums of entertainment?
Well, that's a good question. I think because the shows are animated, there's a level of scale that you can draw that you could not produce, right? So like Levi, just because I'm wearing this, the Captain Levi versus the Beast Titan, like I don't know how you would make that, I guess in CGI, but like it would take so long and be so expensive. I think you can scale things so much faster. You can time jump, like the fight, when I was watching Jujutsu Kaisen, it was Sukuna versus Big Rock of the Opstopper, and they were like destroying the whole city for like a whole episode. And I know that took a long time to animate, but like that level of scale, for a show to do that every single episode, it'd be entirely too expensive. I honestly think some shows should animate. Like I think HBO should animate Aegon's Conquest, so you can do more stuff with dragons that you couldn't do if you were doing live action. So I think that's the biggest thing, is just the scale. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey Kev, my name is Cleveland. I'm coming from Stitches Rap. My question for you, since you are into anime now,
Yeah.
you also have expertise in comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Can you name me 3 anime characters that would be good at stand-up?
Luffy would be good at stand-up. I'd be laughing for real at Luffy. He'd be the most unserious at serious times. And he'd be missing little things. Actually, he might not be good at stand-up because he's goofy. I feel like, oh, that's a good question. I still gonna go Luffy because he's just funny. I think he'll figure it out.
He's also very blunt too.
Yeah. Let me think. Man, good at stand. That's a great question. I never thought about that. Maybe Usopp, because he be lying a lot. You know what I'm saying? To create great stories. I be cracking up at Usopp as well. And I feel like, I can't think of his name, but the main character of The Way of the House Husband. I can't think of his name, but that guy, he was funny to me because he was dead serious about stuff, and he used to be the mom, and now he's a house husband. That's a great angle for a comedian to take. So I think him. I can't think of his name. That's a great question. I have better answers the next time somebody asks me that, because I'm sure somebody's gonna think that's the first time somebody asks me that. Tatsu. That was his name.
Hello, Kevin.
What's up, brother?
Urban Anime Lounge. Do you still like take recommendations from the fandom, and do you have a My Anime list yet?
I do. I am taking recommendations. So I was finishing One Piece for the summer. I'm pulling up my list. I will tell you the top 10 that I have that I was going to ask people's attention. Not attention. Recommendations for. Okay. So the top 10 that I had left, I cannot find my note in my phone, but I can tell you the ones I remember off the top of my head while I continue to scroll. Yu Yu Hakusho is highly recommended. My Hero Academia, Baki. I don't know if it's Akame ga Kill or Akame ga Kill is recommended a lot. Code Geass, Bleach. Most people are like, don't do Naruto until I finish One Piece, but I should definitely. What?
Don't listen to him.
Don't listen to him, yeah.
Don't do it.
Yo, if you want to get on top of the community, just skip Naruto.
No.
Really?
It's good.
Don't skip it.
It's good. Just
They set you up.
chill. Just look up the filler cheat sheet and you're good.
But those are the ones. Hunter
X Hunter.
Hunter X Hunter
Yes.
is recommended a lot. And I think that's it. So I'll probably choose from Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is probably the one that gets recommended the most. So I think of those, I'll probably choose one that's kind of action packed from that list.
Can I drop like 2 on you?
Yes.
It's outside the circle of scope of like mainstream.
Okay.
Sort of. 86.
86.
Yeah, 86.
Okay.
Erased.
Okay.
And Iron-Blooded Orphans.
I've never heard of any of
Gundam,
those.
Iron-Blooded Orphans.
86, Erased, and
It's just the number 86. Yeah.
Okay.
Erased and Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Got it.
86 is like 26 episodes. The next one is 13, and IBO is like 50.
Got it. Okay.
For 86,
Cosign for 86?
Yeah. That's one
Required black. Required black watching.
Actually, if you watch it, you'll understand why.
Okay.
You'll get it.
Okay. Got you.
Jafar TV, Blurred Station.
Nice to meet you, brother.
What's up? So between doing content creation, your own app, and Churchy, what's one dream project you have yet to tackle but you want to see come true?
Okay. I have. Okay. I'm gonna put this out there. I haven't told nobody this. Don't steal my idea. It'll be recorded that this is my idea if you steal it. And I already have a script written for it. I have an idea for a zombie film where. Okay, let me explain it to you. Okay?
Preach.
I'm gonna tell you. So you know how when you watch zombie movies, they're always like, zombies are dumb, they don't know, they just eat brains, they don't, they have no, like that's always how they are. And then like maybe World War Z, they're a little more smart, but they're always like, usually very classified as dumb. I had an idea for a zombie movie where zombies, they're all black, right? But they because I just want to make stuff with black people. But zombies are not dumb, they just put on the stereotypes that people accept of zombies to help survive. But when they're in their hive, they are regular. They have their own hierarchy and all that type of stuff. Because I always wonder, when you get to the zombie thing, they're in the horde. It's always from the human's point of view. But I was wondering, what's from the zombie's point of view? What if they're like, oh, okay, here comes this dude. All right, y'all ready? Like, and then they turn into that because that's what helps them survive. And it's kind of based on how black people were slaves, like they plagued them, they acted like they couldn't read, they did a lot of stuff that played into white stereotypes so that they could survive. But they're actually very smart, could often read. That's how they utilize stereotypes against the stereotypers to survive. So I wanted to just put that to zombie world because I thought that would be good. And I like zombie movies, and I've never seen a zombie movie from the point of view of the zombies.
Whenever that script is ready, we got a home for you over here.
Okay, thank you.
Now you might have to get with Jordan Peele on that one. That might.
I might have to pitch it because I've been trying, but everybody's like, that's entirely too expensive. And I ain't got the bread to make a zombie film. I ain't gonna hold you. Go ahead, brother.
Family Nugget from LV1Gaming.com.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Part about being at the end, my question gets answered already, so it's pretty cool.
Okay.
So I want to ask, talk about earlier, seeing black people in the space and doing this thing was awesome for you to see. Is there anything else that you've experienced that you didn't quite expect from your journey from the beginning to now? Anything you didn't expect other than, seeing a bunch of black people loving anime?
Well, I think it's part of that because it's like a lot of people I followed on Twitter and Instagram who I never even knew watched anime. Like, I know there's a lot of anime fans who have like anime profile pictures and in their name, like, of course they watch anime, but like rappers pull me to the side and be like, nigga, you watch that you? And I'm like, you watch anime? Like Gold Grills, like never tweeted about it ever, but I've seen every single thing. So it's partly like, a lot of my friends were like, I'm talking about cool dudes, like cool people who like try to hide their anime part will DM me and be like, bro, I grew up watching anime, I just didn't want nobody to know. So that's really what surprised me. I think DreamCon people are like more comfortable with who they are and all that type of stuff. But how many people who I already knew who watched anime, pastors, one of my pastor friends was like, I can't wait for you to finish Attack on Titan. And I was like, you was watching all this blood? So it was so many people who already watched it who didn't talk about it ever. That's the thing that surprised me the most.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
What's going on, Kev?
What's up, brother?
My name is Nugget with Level 1 Gaming.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man. So you're doing a lot of cool things. Obviously, social media star. You're doing some stand-up.
Yeah.
You're doing some movies and shows. What's next, or what is something that you maybe want to accomplish as far as your career?
That's a good question. I think just kind of continuing to do what I'm doing. I'm always excited about my next great idea. So I think that's one of the benefits of being able to be independent. I would love to do another TV show. I would love to get another season of Churchy. Love to get a TV show on network television as well, or Netflix, because those is basically the same now. But I think the thing that I'm most excited about is when I'll be able to produce other people's ideas later in my career, when I can be like, oh, here's this great script from this unknown screenwriter. I want to be able to take that and make that and give that opportunity to somebody. I think that when I get to that part of my career, I'll probably be the most fulfilled because I really, truly love creating opportunities for others. I think that makes me feel the most fulfilled out of anything I do. So I think that's probably it.
Thank you, man.
Mm-hmm. How you doing?
Hello.
Giannis Banks with the Great Mind. I know you've done different lists. You have your beers. You was trying your beers to see what you like in recommendations, and you're doing the anime as well. Do you see yourself doing more lists like that? And do you see yourself doing voiceover work in anime? If there is, what kind of show would you want to be?
For the beers thing, I think that was just a fun thing that I was doing. I don't know that I would try it again because mostly that was just mostly for kicks. Voiceover work is so much more of a skill than I think people realize. A couple of my friends are voiceover artists. I don't know. I think anything I do, I will just sound like me, and I would love if somebody gave me that opportunity. But when you see like true voiceover artists, like that is another skill that I think needs to be learned. I would absolutely welcome the opportunity if I could, but I don't know if that opportunity exists. I remember when I was watching Afro Samurai, I didn't realize Sam Jackson was both characters for a minute. And that's like another example of like, he really contort. Obviously in one voice he sounds just like himself. But the other one I was like, who's that guy? And it was Sam as well. So I think I will be on there sounding just like KevOnStage, and that's fine if the character is okay with that. Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Hi, I'm Eunice I'm the creator of Black Girls Anime on Instagram and everywhere else. Kevin, we love the passion that you have for the shonen world, but what can we expect for you to dive into shoujo, josei, the slice of life genre?
You know, I have Taylor, I think her name is Favorite Senpai.
Mm-hmm.
She had told me to watch something.
Nana.
I don't remember what it was.
It was Nana. I know her. It's
Anna?
Nana.
Nana?
Yeah. I'm wearing Vivian for you so you can, get inspired.
Oh, okay. I thought about doing that next. Here's my fear. Can I tell you my fear?
Please.
I haven't watched an anime that I don't like yet. Right? I haven't had anything I don't like. My big fear is when I watch something I don't like and I'm like, what y'all think about this? And I'm just like, people be like, that's my favorite show. How come you don't like it? So I feel like if I don't watch something in the shoujo, next, I will watch it next because I'd love to go into the different types, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't full slice of life, way the house husband, but it was very different than I'm a 15-year-old high schooler, the world is on my shoulders. I was tired of them babies having the whole world at their heart. Like, bro, you are 10 in 10th grade, you shouldn't be worried about that. But I think within the next 2 animes, it'll be one of those.
Do you want a suggestion for a good slice of life?
I do.
Kids on the Slope. I think from everything we've learned from you, I think you'll enjoy Kids on the Slope. You'll enjoy it. And of course, Nana, because I'm biased.
Okay, Kids on the Slope, Nana. And you said yours was 86? Erased.
And Iron Blood and Orphan.
Iron Blood. Iron Blood was the black one?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Iron Blood and Orphans?
Iron Blood and Orphan. Gundam, Iron Blood and Orphan.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm gonna add something on what she said. So, Kids on the Slope. You watch Cowboy Bebop, right?
Yes.
It's created by Shinichiro Watanabe.
Okay.
He's the same creator for Kids on the Slope.
Oh, they made Cowboy Bebop?
Yes.
Oh,
same
no.
creator. He's created about 5 iconic anime.
And it's shoujo as well?
That one is Slice of Life.
Slice Life Jazz.
Got it. So shoujo is what?
So shoujo is dedicated to more of younger women. Josei is going towards 18-year-old women.
So it's like the seinen counterpart?
Like it's a counterpart.
Got it. Okay.
But even though the demographics say that doesn't mean.
Yeah. Because I like Gilmore Girls, and I know that wasn't made for me.
We're trying to do a few things.
It ain't got to be made for me to enjoy it.
My name is Aaron Lee. I'm the CEO and editor-in-chief for Off Black Magazine.
Nice to meet you, Aaron.
And I want to ask you, so Guillermo del Toro said that animation is the purest form of art, but we consistently see animation tossed to the wayside in the American industry, from Disney having mass animation layoffs, Netflix and other companies either closing down or cutting their animation teams, or etc. How do you think we can get animation more to the forefront of media, and how do we as Black people get more involved in the medium?
Even when I was an executive at All Def, the big problem with animation is two huge problems when you come to production. It's expensive and it takes a lot of time. If it was expensive and it didn't take a lot of time, that'd be one thing. If it took a lot of time but it wasn't expensive, it'd get made. But a lot of times, it's a difference between, like, when we grew up, there wasn't that much reality TV. It was like almost everything was a scripted show, and then there was like Cops. But then when Flavor of Love, like, as these shows started getting more popular, production companies realized, oh, I can make 26 episodes of Love Island, no disrespect. It's gonna cost one episode of Game of Thrones could buy you 5 seasons of a reality show. So it's really, really capitalism. It's like, how can I make the most money at the cheapest cost? I think if there's a way, and I don't know how, I don't have the answer for that part, if there's a way that animation was cheaper, it probably would get made more. But these companies, they're businesses first. They're not artists first. So they want to make the most money while spending the least amount of money. So you spend $100 million, for example, for a great anime show, and you make 120, but you spend $2 million for Sex House, and it makes the same amount of money. Your board is going to be like, make more Sex House. You know what I'm saying? So I think the only thing that's really keeping quality TV being made is like the Emmys, because there's such pride with that type of stuff. But I think as capitalism capitalizes, people going to take the cheap way out almost every time. Yeah.
Thank you.
You said something about Black people?
Yeah, and how do Black people get more involved in the medium of animation?
I think just by sharing. I think the more people share, like, yo, I think you'll like the show, watch this. I think that's really it. I know there was like a lot of people's stories, like when they were young, it was like they were getting bullied for stuff like that, so people did not share. But I think the tide is turning a little bit, at least over the last 6 months. I can't speak to a lot because I wasn't a part of the community until December, basically. But people like me who weren't anime fans, I think even I'm introducing new people to anime who haven't watched it before. So I think as that happens, and you don't have to be a big creator. I think more people just telling you, yo, check this out, I think you'll like it. That's how things grow.
Thank you.
It's like the WNBA, like it's been around forever, but more people are talking about it.
Okay, we have time for one more quick question before we have to wrap everything up. Hello.
Hello.
Elise Tatum, aka Nardwar.
I was like, you look like Nardwar, but I didn't want to be wrong. Do you have interview questions like him? Do you know who my real dad is?
I do. But I'm with Soul City of Austin, and I am not going to ask you about anime.
Okay.
You said that you want to get back into doing tours in churches like you originally did.
Yeah.
And so, this isn't an actual question, but why you ain't coming to Austin? But the real question is, would you still do mainstream tours as well while you're doing that, or are you only gonna focus on the church tours?
No. I think I will always do. The thing I like about the audience I created, it allows me to be who I am when I want to be that part of me. So I did a church show in LA with like Fred Hammond and stuff, and it was just like, wow, this is what my like natural, comedy stylings are from. Like I grew up in the church. All my first jokes were about church, but you can't say nigga at church. So I do like to say that, and I like to talk about sex as a married man and stuff that don't go over in church. So the Ball Brothers thing that me and Tony Baker have done wouldn't work in a church. So I think it's the same way to me. It's kind of like Kanye making his first 3 albums, then making 808 and Heartbreak, then making my beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Like I want to be able to create this, do this for a while, then I can stop and do this for a while, then I could do one-man show. I think that's how I think of it, more than like, I'm not doing that anymore, I'm doing this now. You know what I mean? Because the same year that I do the church tour, later on in that year, I'll do a tour where I'll be back to doing my regular comedy type.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you, everyone. So that concludes our press conference for KevOnStage. Thank you, Kev, for coming out, spending some time with us, answering these
my first press
questions.
conference. Thank you guys for all
You did wonderfully. We love it.
Lady from Geek by Hearts.
Lady Mandalore, also known as Roomful of Words.
Chris Fury. We'll be watching Mayhem Media.
And you are watching
Words Eye View.
I was hoping to do less.
Choose carefully.
This gonna be a thumbnail of the video.
Okay.
Make sure you look tough or something.
No, I'm not really tough. You got one? Well, which camera is it? The one in your hand or up there?
Not for everybody in the room.
Oh, for everybody.
Yeah,
Okay.
everyone in the room.
Okay, you got to get one with the scout name on the back.
Look over your shoulder.
Good?
Yep.
All right, appreciate y'all.
Thank y'all. So if you're staying for the next press conference, please stay